All right, great. All right, so welcome. So we're going to start today's practice with some nice juicy stretches, mostly from the ground. And then the plan is to go through a standing series to kind of warm up the joints of the body a little bit more, get our energy, blood, and chi moving. And then we're going to land in some, the focus is Warrior 3, which is called balancing stick. So basically you're balancing on one leg, nice and long. And you can absolutely use a chair, the back of a chair or a wall for support. There's actually nice ways to use a wall and a chair to help you really access what you want to feel in it. And I'll demo some of that, but just know that's not cheating, all right? All right, so we're gonna come down to our mat, please. Make sure you got what you need. Make sure your volume is turned up appropriately. I'm gonna go ahead and do that myself. And yeah, let's get started. Thank you all so much for being here. Okay, so once you're on your mat, you're gonna come to seated. So we're gonna start seated. You're just gonna start with your legs out forward and your feet a little bit far apart, but not super wide. And then you're just gonna move the flesh away here. And then we're just gonna fold forward. So I just want you to fold over your legs. You got some space between your legs here. And you can hold on to your feet if you can get them, or the floor, your toes, whatever feels good to you here. And then you're gonna drop your head and you're gonna sway a little side to side. And if you can kind of tuck the belly up and under just to kind of give you a little bit more space, feel a little bit more support, feel a little more feel, good. And you'll just kind of sway back and forth, noticing, you know, what's going on in your back. How was your sleep last night? How was your yesterday? How was your weekend? Good. A little bit more, just a sway side to side. Nice. And then we're going to go right down through the center, and then you're going to bow your head down. And you can really drop your head low, or you could just allow yourself to have the chin off the chest a bit. Good. Take some nice deep breaths here. Use my phone as the clock. Good. Few more breaths. Good. Notice where you feel it. Do you feel it more in the backs of your legs or your low back? Good. Last breath. Nice. All right, then go ahead and slide or walk your hands back. You'll bring your hands behind your back with the fingertips facing forward. You can take your hands wider if you like. Roll your shoulders a few times. And then you're going to look up at the ceiling and push your chest up. Now we're going to start to work a little bit more in the upper back, shoulders. Keep the belly in. And then you can point or flex your feet, but keep your legs pretty active here. Take 3 deep breaths here. Good. Just clearing some space. Warrior 3 is a great posture. It's a great building posture. It's strength, it's length, it's standing leg, it's all the things. Good, one more breath. All right, sitting up nice and tall. And then you're gonna bring your feet together. So we'll bring our feet together and we'll pull them in as close as we can to the groin. And then we'll move a little side to side. Good, kind of rocking around on the sit bones. Good, like being on a rocking boat. All right. We're going to lift our chest for a moment and take a deep breath here. Just settle into your seat. But then take a nice gentle twist to the right. So just go ahead and turn your body to the right. And I always like to kind of look down at the floor when I twist. It just keeps me from lifting up too high in the chest, keeps me longer in the spine. Notice if that's something that works for you. Good. One more breath here. A full inhale to the nose. Good. Then we'll come back to the center, and then we'll go to the left. Good. So you settle in, you drop your chin just a little bit, and then you find your breath. So that's 2 or 3 cycles. Good. One more, and then back to the center. Good. Walk around your sit bones a little bit. And then your arms are going to reach forward right in front of you. So reach your arms forward and then interlace your fingers and then push your palms away and then round in. So you can drop your chin to your chest, and I'm rounding my upper back here. And you can move around a little bit here. It's going to get you more into your lats and the side ribs. Oh, good. Belly pulls in. Take a breath. Good. And the arms are going to reach up overhead. So just reach them up and keep the palms as they are. Just pull back. You can move around a little bit. Remember, we're starting with some nice open the body stretches from the floor. Good. One more breath here, reaching straight up. And then as you exhale, you'll lean to the right, please. The right hand's going to go down to the ground. And you can straighten your left arm or you can bend the elbow. And the gaze, the drishti, it's your drishti, wherever it feels supportive for you. Good. Keep the pubic bone kind of rolling up. Go a little deeper here. And if you're feeling some tightness or some anxiety in the body, achiness, that's okay. Let's just be there. Like these deliberate attentions, these deliberate movements, these deliberate breaths. Good. And slowly we'll come back up to the center. Our arms will reach up overhead. Just shake out your hands a little bit here. Wiggle your fingers, move into your wrists. Good. And then we'll inhale up. And then we'll exhale to the left. Left hand goes down. You're just going to lean into it. And this side might require something a little bit different, a different drishti, right? A different way you're moving your arm. Good. So be here now. Remember though, the pubic bone kind of pulls up into the body. So you got a little bit of hug into the low belly. Just lets me know you're practicing support of your posture. Go a little deeper. One more breath. Come all the way back up to sit. Good. Arms reach up. And then your hands are going to come down to your lap. And I want you just to let your palms rest. And if you can't comfortably get your hands down to your feet, you can be on your knees or the floor or a block or have a pillow or a prop. But just lean back just a little bit. So I want you to feel comfortable. You can move around in the shape. And just close your eyes and bow your chin to your chest for a moment. And your eyes could be opened or closed. And we're just going to use this very short moment to kind of set the intention for the practice, to allow ourselves to center, right? And connect to being here now. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, just clear it out. Welcome yourself to the space. Remember always to honor yourself in the practice, and all of us by offering grace. Let go of any expectations you have of yourself with the practice today, and let it be what it needs to be. It's the beauty of the practice. Not anything that has to do with me or what I make up or my words. It's the practice. So just a few more breaths here, and I would like to set the intention for my practice and share with you of one to really come into this sense of living deliberately. Really taking a moment to stop and listen and notice and see and watch. And then you begin to kind of understand where you are. When life throws, challenges or, curves or a steep mountain in your way, that's when it's most important to stop and ask yourself, am I paying attention? Am I being quiet enough to see and to hear? So just a few more breaths here. Thoreau's closing message from Walden Pond is, only that day dawns to which we are awake. Only that day dawns to which we are awake. Just let ourselves simmer with that through our practice. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale. Good. Gaze comes up if it's not already. Go ahead and cross with the ankles, and we're going to move into tabletop. And then spreading the fingers nice and wide, maybe spreading out a little bit. We'll move through some cats and cows now. So again, exhale as you round, and inhale as you drop the belly and lift the gaze. And I find it so really very true within the practice of yoga, in movements that we come to again and again and again for all the right reasons, right? There's a reason that there are cats and cows and downward dogs and sun salutations, all these ways to move the spine before really moving large. And it can be easy to forget to move deliberately, to like really understand why you're here and that you are here, right? With your breath, with what you're seeing with your eyes, with what you're hearing and feeling. There's just a few more here. If you come back to that intention of being really deliberate, right? You came to the mat, time to be deliberate now. Really enjoy your practice. It'll be so much richer because of you. All right, so from our tabletop, let's turn our toes under, walk our hands forward. We're gonna come into a half plank first. So go ahead and just walk your hands forward. You have a little bit of space and then lean forward. I just want you to wake up the low back of the tailbone. I'm gonna untuck my toes. My feet are kind of wide here. Just allows me a little bit more space to wake up my sacrum here, but you could have the legs closer together. I want you to feel the feels. So as you're breathing here, have the gaze slightly down, and then I want you to pull the tailbone longer, almost as if you were a puppy dog and you were, you know, turning that tail under, right? You do the bad thing. You're a naughty dog. Let that tailbone turn under. I want you to feel how that pulls on the sacrum more. Good. Now soften your upper back a little bit. Take another breath. Soften the upper back. You can find the softness of the mid back without dragging through the hips. Squeeze your calves. One more breath. Good. Then pick the hips up and then move into child. We're just going to pass through here. So push the hips back, lengthen out, move around a little bit. Take another breath. Good. And then you're going to make your way into downward facing dog. So let's go ahead and travel our hips up, walk the feet out. So we'll start to wake up the backs of the legs even more now. And you can bend the knees together or one at a time. You can sway around, but I want you to really feel the feels of your down dog. For some of you, this may be the first down dog you've done in a few days. So really remember how much you love it. All right. 2 more breaths here in your down dog. All right, so go ahead and look forward and begin to walk to the top of your mat. Just feel your feet on the ground, right? This deliberate stepping forward, connecting to your mat. Once you get to the top of the mat, make sure your toes are in the same line, and then lift up halfway, lift your chest a bit here. I want you to pause here in this L shape and think about your low back. So make sure your low back is down. So you're turning the tail under again. Pull the belly in. Now bring your awareness into side body. Go up a little bit higher here. And I want you to pull the chest back. So this is a really good way to prep the mindset, the feeling tone of the body, the physicality of your warrior 3. Okay? Just feel your feet, engage your legs, tailbone long, belly in, shoulders back. One more breath. Good. Then fold down, just let it go. And you can take your feet wider if you need to. You can sway around. You can move your head around in a circle shape. Good. Move the shoulders maybe. All right, let's come up all the way to stand. And once you're right, just let your hands stay low. And with your hands low, let the palms turn out. And as you turn your palms out, notice as the thumbs turn back, your shoulders naturally open. And so we'll practice Warrior 3 first with hands at heart, and then here, then here. Good. Take a deep breath here. Good. Arms reach out and up. Nice deep breath. Reach up through the fingertips. Lengthen the tailbone. As you exhale, lean to your right. And you can let your right arm come down by your side. You could keep practicing with the palm facing forward if you'd like, right, to roll that right shoulder open. Go a little deeper. Then stand up nice and tall. Take a breath. And then you'll lean over to the left. And again, the hand can come down and you can turn the palm out, the thumb back. You could remember that that's going to be our posturing for the shoulders. A little deeper. Nice long tailbone, so you're not dumping in the low back. And then inhale, come all the way back up to stand. Nice deep breath, reach it up. And then exhale, we're going to move into chair. So hands to heart. So we're going to add in some chairs just to fire up the legs here a little bit, get them nice and strong. Pull the knees back. So chair pose, right? You can bring the arms up overhead. And you can keep the hands together if you'd like. They call this, sometimes called thunderbolt or awkward pose. The belly pulls in. If this feels straining on your shoulders and neck, and the hands always go wide. Good. We'll be here for just a few more breaths here. Wake up the body. Drishti, is your gaze. That's more important than even, than me. I'm not your gaze. So one more breath. Inhale, stand up, push the hips forward slightly. As you exhale, swan dive all the way down. Breathe in and halfway lift, hands slide up the legs. And then exhale, they come down, step back to plank. Push the heels back, lengthen the tailbone, soften the upper back. Nice deep breath here. Slide the shoulders down the back. One more breath. Half plank, knees drop down. Let me use half plank, untucking my toes. So remind myself to open my chest a little bit more here. Nice deep breath. One more. Good. Your option is to go to hips to heels for child, or turn the toes under, move back to plank. We all meet in downward dog. Those are the options because I want you to really honor your energetic body and where you're working today. Take a breath. Good. Take a walk, a mindful walk to the top of the mat. Get your feet placed. Breathe in, halfway lift, hands to shins or higher to go all the way up. And breathe out and fold. Inhale, come all the way to stand. Reach up, reach up. Exhale, hands go by your side, palms face out. Good. Pull the belly in, shoulders down the back. It's really a deliberate posture here. Arms reach up. Exhale, lean to the right, please. Right arm down. The palm face out. Inhale, back up. Lean to the left. Hand goes down, palm faces out. A little deeper. Inhale, up. Good. Exhale, hands to the heart, find chair. Good. So always a little bit of a negotiation of chair. Make sure your knees are not over your toes and it's too hard on the knees. Keep the belly in. Take some breaths here. You want to extend the arms up. Extend them up. But really, what this does, it really powers into the lats here a little bit more. Belly in. Just a little bit longer. Lean into the heels. One more. Belly in. Inhale, stand up, push the hips forward. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, hands down, find plank. Think about the negotiations of plank in your body. Take a deep breath here. Squeeze your legs. So I'm telling you, you keep up with these practices with me because I teach plank a lot. You're going to own a plank. 2-minute plank's going to be nothing for you. Take a breath. Knees come down. I'm going to untuck my toes. Half plank is a curious thing for me. In some ways, it's a little bit harder for me. I get a little bit more in my body, just energetically, I think. It makes me really have to work a little harder to be correct in it. So stay here, or move to child, or move back to plank. Downward dog is where we meet. Pike the hips up. Take a breath. And just do one more like this. All right, walk the feet forward. At the top of the mat, breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms can reach up if you'd like. And then they're going to come down by your side. Good. Palms face forward. Take a breath. Arms reach up. Lean to the right. Palm faces out. Inhale, back up. Lean to the left. Palm faces out. Good. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hands to the heart, find chair. I'm going to drop a little deeper now. I'm going to actually really go low and pull my butt back. So knees farther than toes, no. But they don't have to be over your ankles. I mean, I can't get low enough to do that, right? Hands can be upward at the heart. Take 2 more breaths. These should be therapeutic feels for the knees, not pain. Good. 1 more breath. Stand up, push it forward. Inhale. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come down, plank. Good. So find that plank. Find that plank. So just relax your face, right? Let your head kind of wander away. It doesn't mean that you're, escaping. You're being very deliberate where your mind's going. It's just not getting stuck. Good. Now the knees will float down. Find your half plank. Use this to brighten the heart. Belly in, brighten the heart, brighten the heart. One more. Good. And then make your way to downward dog your way. Good. Let's take a deep breath in down dog, coming high on the heels. The toes are on the ground. Exhale, heels go down. We'll do that again. Very nice. Look forward and begin to walk forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, come all the way to stand. Reach up, reach up. And hands go down by the sides of the body again. All right, so with the hands low, thumbs pulling out, just take a nice deep breath here. We're going to roll our shoulders a few times, forward, up, and back and down. If you have a sticky shoulder, you can do one at a time if you'd like. Good. So we're going to start adding on some warrior ones and options from warrior one. We'll build a little heat in the standing leg. Then we'll move into balance and warrior three. Then we'll come down to the ground. Inhale, shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, let it go. Good. Arms reach up. Lean to the right. Right palm faces out. Inhale back to the center. Take it to the left. Palm faces out, belly in. Inhale up. Exhale, chair. Hands can be low or high. Good. Pull the butt back. Good. So I'm really kind of actively squeezing in here a little bit, right? Really not just like landing in it. Using the whole body. One more breath. Breathe in, stand up, hips forward. Good. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Step into your right foot and let your left knee come up into your chest. So here's where you can, where drishti is really important. Look at one spot. And then I want you to lengthen that tailbone down. Good. Take a breath, flex your left foot. Good. All right, we're going to step our left foot all the way back. So I'm going to hinge forward and then place the foot back. So there are days when I'm super wobbly and there's days when I'm not. And there's all kinds of reasons for that, okay? So just be in your practice. All right, so crescent lunge here. You can keep your hands at the heart or low. You can reach the arms up overhead. Those are always options for you. All right, take a breath. All right, so we're going to straighten our front leg a little bit and press our left heel down towards the ground. And then we're going to drop back in. So we're going to just exercise our stabilizer muscles. Good, just have a couple more. Last one. Good. All right, so drop the right knee down, the left heel is up, take a breath. And then you're going to turn your back heel to the ground, and the toes are going to spin out a little bit. And it'll be a warrior one. Good, take a breath here. Lean forward. As you lean forward, press more into your left leg, please. Take a breath. In the heart. So can you keep your chest open? Can you roll your shoulders back? One more breath. Now pull your thumbs back behind you. One more breath. Inhale back to warrior one. Good. All right, so we're going to bring our hands down to our heart and straighten our front leg. And then we're going to lean over it and bring our hands down to the ground. It's a great place for props if you had blocks. If you need to hop your back foot up a little bit, you'll do that. So I'm encouraging you all to get some blocks. You're going to need them more and more. It is well past time that you have your own block. Take a breath. If any of y'all live around me, I have some that I'm not going to use probably ever again. Oh, take another breath. I don't know, maybe next year. Move those hips around side to side. I think I have like 27 blocks, to be honest with you. Drop your head. All right, let's go ahead and look up halfway. Good, step your hands forward. Lean a little forward. Right leg's gonna swing up and back. It should feel good. Swing it up. Roll the hip open, make some movement. Press the ground away. Make sure you feel good in your feet. I always like to get a little springy here. Like I'm bringing my knee up and then I'm squeezing it down. It feels good in my hip. Works the outside of my hip a little bit here. Couple more. You could be doing circle shapes if you prefer. Good. Right leg stays up. Right toes come down. Roll forward to plank. Hello, plank. Take a deep breath here. Good. One more breath here. Knees will come down. Good. Untuck the toes. And so then you're going to dip the hips forward and lift your chest. So you can be here, this modified up dog with the knees down, or if this is too much on your low back, you're much lower to the ground. Got it? Take a breath. Make your way back to down dog. And you can push through plank or you can move through child's pose. Good. Take a breath. One more. Use the down dog to traction. Walk your feet forward. Take a breath and halfway lift at the top. Breathe out and fold down. Inhale, come all the way to rise. Arms reach up. And then exhale, hands go down by your side. Roll your shoulders a few times. Just move into the flow a little bit here. Inhale, shoulders to ears, breathe in. Exhale, shoulders down, breathe out. Good. Find chair. Drop it like it's hot. Take another breath or two. Inhale, stand up, push the hips forward. Good. Stand up tall, lean to the right, right palm faces out. Inhale, stand up tall. Take the lean to the left, left palm faces out. Inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Good. Inhale, come all the way to rise, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart, right knee to chest. Good. Find a little bit of flow here. Doesn't always have to be so instructional. Lengthen the tailbone, flex your right foot, take a breath. All right, I'm going to hinge forward first. All right, hinge forward. Good. And then step your right foot back behind you. Just know the earth is waiting for you. If you don't get it where you want it, then you move it around. Make sure you're on some train tracks here. Hands can be low or high. Good. And then we're just going to kind of goof around with our stabilizer muscles. So take a breath or two. Find the drishti. And then straighten the front leg. Just let the right heel come towards the floor. It may not touch. And then bend it again. So it's not a warrior two leg in the back, okay? It's not a warrior one leg. It's not a warrior one foot. Go do two more. And you can take these really low if you want. Good. Bend the front knee, pause. And then back heel comes to the ground so the right toes turn out a little bit. Warrior one. Squeeze your right glute. Find your drishti. All right, then we're going to hinge forward again and lean into it. And as you lean into it, use the back leg even more. Don't weight into that left foot or left quad. Use the right leg more. Now roll your shoulders open. Take your thumbs and turn them back behind you. Belly is in. One more breath. Use your right leg. Good. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. Straighten your front leg, left hip pulls back, and then lean forward and fold down. And so, you know, you're taking your time as you're moving through honey. And if you want to hop the back foot up a little bit, you do. Move your hips around a little bit. Get in pretty deep here. Good. This first round on each side, you know, I always like to try to teach everything at least twice on each side. And the first one I like to teach so the body can acclimate. So the next go round, you can do a little bit more free form. Okay, one more breath. Good. We'll bend into our front knee and walk our hands slightly forward. And then we're going to step back to plank. Good. Take a deep breath in plank. Shoulders back. Good. Relax your face. Press into your fingertips. Good. You can lower the knees down or not, but you're going to find your way into your open heart, your back bend. You can have the toes turned under or the knees and shins on the ground. Take a breath. And then you're going to make your way back into downward dog, whether it's through a plank or not. Downward dog. Take a breath or two. Feel the feels. Clear it out. Good. Walk your feet forward. From the top of the mat, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to rise. Let the arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart, find chair. Good. I want you to go deep in this second set, please. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, left knee comes to the chest. Good. Press down into your right leg. Really press. Find your drishti. Good. Pull the belly in, open the chest. Begin to tip forward, but you're not collapsing. And then you're going to push the heel away and place the left foot down. Good. Arms can stay low or high. Take 2 breaths. Well, then we'll straighten the front leg, and then we'll rebend it. Go as low as you'd like. We'll do 3 of these, 3 or 4. Woo! Got some wobbles here. Good. The next time your knee is bent, you turn the left heel down, warrior 1. Take 2 breaths. Hinge forward, arms reach back behind you, brighten the heart. Pull the belly in, slide the right hip back. Good, 1 more breath, squeeze your left leg. Press down to rise, warrior 1 again. Straighten your front leg, good. Fold over it. Position your legs well, find your feet. Take 2 breaths here, you can move around within it. Good. Stepping the hands forward, step back to plank. Good. I'm going to add a side plank on here. Press into your right hand. Bring both heels over to the right. So you could be here. My feet are wide, right? I got 1 foot in front of the other. You can have the hand down. My AirPod. Take a breath. Or you could stack the feet. 1 more breath here. Good. Bring it down. Find plank. Good. Make your way to downward facing dog. You can move through your vinyasa. Go ahead and grab my AirPod. Grab a biscuit. Stay in there. All right. Take a breath. Good. Walk forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, let it go. Inhale, come to rise, reach up. Exhale, chair. Low. Stand up. Lean to the right. Stand up tall. Lean to the left. Stand up tall. Good. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, come up. Exhale, right knee to chest. Good. Snap the hips. Find your drishti. This drishti you have now is what's carrying you through the whole rest of the practice, right? This whole sequence. Hinge from the hips. Push the heel forward. This is prepping you for warrior 3 because you're just really kind of in it. And then you're going to drop your right toes down. Keep the heel lifted, drop the hips. Arms stay low or high. We'll find our movement pattern. Straighten the left leg, bend it. Straighten, bend it. Straighten, bend it. We'll do it 1 or 2 more times. And then next time your knee is bent, you'll pause. You'll spin the back heel down. You'll find warrior 1. Ribs are facing forward. Squeeze your right butt cheek. Good. Pull the belly in. Hinge forward. Arms reach back. Brighten the chest. Roll the thumbs back. Press more into your right foot. So the right foot must be active. Right leg must be active, just like when we're in warrior 3. Cannot be lazy leg, you're going to fall. Good. One more breath. Back to warrior 1. Good. We'll straighten the front leg and we'll fold over it. Good. Move around within the shape if you need to. It feels good. Good. One more deep breath here. This is just to help lengthen out your low back if things are getting kind of, congested in there. Walk the hands forward, bending the front knee. Step back to plank. Drishti. Heels roll to the left. You can keep your feet wide here. That's where you should be practicing. Or you can stack the feet. If you stack the feet, you flex them. Arm reaches up. So on this side, my left hand's a little too far forward. And I know that because my arm is shaking. If we were going to stay longer, I would take the time to fix that. Come back to plank. Take a breath. Good. Move through your vinyasa choice. And make your way back to downward facing dog. Good. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Good. Walk your feet forward. Breathe in. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let it go. Inhale, come all the way to rise. Let's reach up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good. So we're going to move right into warrior 3. Okay. You'll listen carefully. So hands come at the heart. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Inhale to the nose. Sigh from the mouth. Good. Right toes are really spread out wide. Bring the left knee up into your chest. Pull it in. When I do that, I let my pelvis tuck. All right. Find your drishti, your gaze. Flex the left foot. Push the hip back. So lean forward like you have been. Push the heel away. Keep your drishti. Now pull your shoulders down, your back belly in. Let the arms bring back behind you. Turn the thumbs up. Good. Squeeze your butt. Use your right leg. Use your left leg. Don't collapse in. You can use a wall with your hands or push your left foot into the wall. Left toes turn down. One more breath. Good. Left knee comes back to the chest. Hinge up. Reach it up. Good. Exhale, left foot comes down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Press into your left foot. Pull the right knee into your chest. Let the pelvis lengthen, right? Tip it. Good. Be here. Find your drishti. Don't do anything else but look. Listen. Watch. Now hinge forward, push the heel back. My right leg is strong. My left leg is strong because it's a standing leg. Good. Now pull your shoulders back, pull your belly in. Reach your arms back behind you. Turn the thumbs back. Good. Push the heel away. Push. Like you're pushing into the wall. You're doing great. Lengthen your tailbone. Drop the right hip a little bit. You're almost there. You're focused. Good. Slowly bring it back up. Pull the right knee into the chest. Lengthen out the low back. And then the foot's going to come down. We're going to run through the vinyasa. You're going to do it one more time. Let's take a look at you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to plank. from plank. You can do side plank if you want to. Otherwise, you hang out in plank. Then you'll come down halfway or all the way. You can do your half plank. Lift your chest, the same little vinyasa movement we've been doing. And then make your way to downward facing dog. Good. The last go here. Take a breath in down dog to clear it out. Good. Slowly step forward. Take it nice and slow. On the top of the mat, take a breath and halfway lift. And exhale and fold down a little deeper. Let it go. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach way up. Reach up, reach up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Take a moment to get your head right. Everybody looks beautiful. All right, so we're going to step into our right foot. Let our left knee come to our chest. Find one spot to look on. Hinge forward, kick the foot back. Good. Do what you can do. Beautiful, everyone. It's perfect. Hands go behind you. Good, good, good. Slowly bring it forward. Bring the knee into the chest if you can. And then the foot comes down. Bravo, everyone. All right, hands at the heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. All right, let's go to the other side. Step into your left foot. Pull the right knee into your chest. Good. Hinge forward. Push the heel back. So your practice is one where you're just following the alignment cues that make sense to your body. Find your gaze, work where you are. Everyone looks great. Good job. You can move your hands back or not. Good, one more breath. Good, slowly bring it forward, hinge forward. Don't fling yourself up. Good, good. And then foot comes down. Very nice, everyone. All right, so from the top of the mat, let's walk back just a little bit, not quite to the center. Feet go out wide, toes. This will feel nice. We'll do an open chain here. Arms reach up. And exhale, let's squat it down. Good. All right, so I'm going to move around here a little bit. You can take your feet as wide as you can get. You can really spread them out if you're having a hard time getting your butt down. We haven't done any open chains, so might feel a little edgy here, but it's good work. All right, take just a few breaths here as we come down to the floor. One more breath. Nice. All right, so come down to your sit bones, and you can use your hands to get down. Be careful of the knees always. And then we're going to spread our feet out wide to the edges of our mat, so the corners of my mat. I'm going to move the flesh away. Good. My arms are going to reach up. And I'm going to fold straight down the center. Good. And you can point your toes or flex your feet. So grab your feet if you want and pull them back. I want you to use this to lengthen out the low back here and relax the legs. I mean, although I'm getting a nice stretch here, right? I'm not having to stand on them. Good. I'll take 2 more breaths. Last one here. Good. And slowly bring it all the way back, and you're going to come all the way down to your back. So as you come down to your back, good. Once you're on your back, you're going to bring your legs closer together and pull your left knee into your chest and give it a nice hug. Right? It could be out to the side a little bit or to the center. Make some nice circle shapes with that knee. Do that low back and side joint. And then guide the knee across the body. It could be a little bit across, or it could be all the way over across. What feels good to you? But keep your belly in here to support the movement, okay? Left arm is out to the side. Hug the belly in kind of tight for a moment. Suck it in. And you can soften it. Knee comes back into the center, roll it in. Make some circle shapes. And the left leg will go down, move around in your hips, narrow it a bit, pull the right knee into the chest, circle shapes with the knee. You can be out to the side if you like. And then across your body, maybe just a little bit, or maybe all the way. Really depends on where you want to feel it. Gaze is up, right arms out to the side, best as you can. Keep the belly in a little bit. Good. Now hug the belly in really tight. Suck it in. Stay in the twist. Soften it. And slowly come back to your back. Pull the knee back into the chest, circle shape. And extend your right leg down. Take your feet pretty wide so they might even be off the mat, and move your hips a little side to side. Let your low back feel settled. That's important here, okay? So settle into the low back. And then your arms are going to go out wide with the palms facing up. The thumbs, if they could turn, they would turn down into the dirt, right? So the thumbs are out. Move your head gently side to side. Let your shoulders relax down. So you're really kind of spreading out here. Good. And we'll take a deep breath in, everyone. Hold it at the top. Let it go. Right, so let yourself settle down into Shavasana. Swallow to relax the muscles of your throat. Only that day dawns to which we are awake. Only that day dawns to which we are awake. How do we get to that place of being awake? Through practice. Through practice. Learning to live deliberately is really about taking the time to stop and notice. One of the ways that we can do this is asking ourselves from time to time, am I awake now? Do I see you? Do I see my partner? Do I see the community in which I live? Am I paying attention? Am I awake? Stay, please, as long as you're able in Shavasana. Let this practice really serve you today. It's really a grounding practice with a lot of flight in it as well. Thank you so much for being here. Delight me. It's an honor to delight each of you. Namaste.